Imagining the future, it is what I do on a daily basis because I am an architect. I am an architect graduated from France, from the Architecture School of Paris Belleville, and I opened my company, Wito, in Singapore as well as in France with Pauline Gaudry. I have been working in Singapore for 7 years, and before that I had multiple experiences overseas. Why I would say overseas is because yes, I am a French citizen, and since I'm a child, I have been raised by an Egyptian mother, a French father, and I have been exposed to many different cultures even though I was raised in France. So for the beginning of my life, I have been completely immersed in the Mediterranean culture while living in France, and this is where I would say I started my life as a global citizen. Continuing, I got this great opportunity in my architecture school to go and participate to a workshop in Hong Kong, followed by a research on the metropolization phenomenon in Southeast Asia, and especially Yogyakarta, the historical city of Central Java. Then after that, I moved to Bandung, where I could work in an urban design research institute in the Technology Institute of Bandung, and I came back in France, continuing my studies and working on the central station of Jakarta and starting my life as an architect, a young architect in Paris. I could continue my life in Southeast Asia, where I got this great opportunity to come to work here in the National Gallery. It is the new icon of Singapore, the new icon of Southeast Asia, dedicated to the art, to the visual art, from the 19th century all the way to the end of the 20th century. And this is how I started my life in Singapore, by learning through the art. So all along my life, I would say that I had been exposed to many different cultures, to many different themes, to many different disciplines, and yes, I am a French citizen, but I am on top of that a global citizen. How that is basically crafting our way of designing, our way of basically viewing the future, imagining the future for the next generations. Who are those next generations? Is it the generation X, like me, or the generation Y, like the millennials? So the millennials are, yes, this very mobile society, very mobile group of people that are from different cultures, always looking at the global context, but also being completely embedded in the local context. And I would say that it is exactly the way that we design architecture, the way that we design spaces in Wito. If we look at a local context, understanding the context of Southeast Asia, of a tropical environment where the climate conditions are radically different than in Europe. So when I arrived here, I had to adapt myself to that. And after 7 years, I would say that yes, we do sustainable tropical architecture, which are based on very simple principles. Opening the windows towards the prevailing wind, protecting the building from heat radiation, ensuring that you can still open your window during the monsoon. So all of that is what we call a passive architecture, to reduce the energy consumption of a building. And by doing that, by opening up the building, by having much more outdoor spaces, it is where the communities can come, meet each other, gather together, and start to interact with each other. So the future of tropical sustainable architecture is also a platform, a generous platform for the different communities to exchange and interact with each other, something that all along the development of our large metropolises we might have forgotten. I had this possibility with Surbana, a great architecture firm from Singapore, to collaborate on this Project 2050, which is the vision of what will be our Asian metropolises 35 years ahead from now. So what could it be? Where there is a high densification of metropolises, where there is a land scarcity. So the response to that would be the verticalization of our cities. Verticalization where we do have at many different levels all of the different components of a city. Yes, housing, but also retail, but also museum, but also public facilities, all of that at many different levels, all combined together in towers that can go as high as 400 meters. And this is where we design our tropical pyramid. And the tropical pyramid is the great result, an immediate result of the environment to produce a passive architecture that de facto will reduce the energy consumption. Talking about the future, it is yes talking about the sustainability, talking about the communities, and offering different platforms, responding to a local context, responding to local challenges in a global context. For instance, we have been working recently on a disaster relief, on a shelter dedicated to Southeast Asia. More than 40% of all of the disasters that are happening in the world are located in Asia. But here, the climate conditions are radically different than the rest of the world. So how can we provide structure that are responding to a local context, responding to people who are in need? So that's what we are doing with our collaborator Pods from Singapore, and together we are designing this shelter that will be exhibited in the Architecture Biennale of Venice. And whatever we are doing here, so it's yes, imagining the future, responding to local needs that can be also exported in other locations in the world that might have encountered the same situation. So designing local, thinking global. And I think that myself as a global citizen, WITO as an international company based in Singapore and Paris, we are a great example of maybe not those millennials because we're a bit older, but we are designing for those people. We are designing for people who are living local, thinking global. After all of those years designing, understanding the local context, developing projects that are from architecture, exhibition design, art installation, community-based with a social mindset. After all of those years designing for all of that, for all of those people, I would say that yes, imagining the future, it is being rooted in a local context, even though it isn't our local culture, our personal culture, but being rooted into that to have an appropriate response to the local context, but to always jump from the micro scale to the macro scale, from the local to the global. And this is the best quality of an architect, having this vision, this ability for the people locally, but also globally in the 21st century.